you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching. Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Niti here and I'm back with a new video. And guys, what in the actual AF is going on? So this is going to be a fun video. Listen, the girls are fighting. So I'm talking about the one and only, your favorite president, Donald Trump, versus the one and only, the richest man on God's green earth, Elon Musk. Are we surprised? I'm not. Like, for me, from the jump, nothing was genuine. And obviously Elon Musk, like, he wanted to make Trump, become president. And then he thought, he could be, the little sidekick, you know what I mean? But they're both stubborn, like they're literally both alike, so it was never gonna work. When you're just two alike, you bump heads. So now that they're having this huge bust up, Elon sending shots at Trump, Trump's clapping back. It's so funny. Oh my gosh, the clips that I've seen and what's been said. So first of all, I believe Elon Musk with the whole Epstein files. I believe that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people in those files. That's why it's not come out. But what Trump's saying about Teslas, like, that it's a shitty car and what he uses to put together. Now, I am going to do a video on this, but on like electric cars, not just Teslas, but all these new electric cars, they're being rushed like to produce and to come out so quick that they don't last like the normal gas or petrol car. So I'm not surprised what Trump's saying, and he's probably telling the truth. Like, there's no need to lie. People that do have Teslas or do have electrical cars do complain a lot. But yeah, this is so messy, like billionaire to billionaire. It's like Trump with all the tariffs and a war about like a war's brewing and the prices of eggs. Like, what is going on with the prices of eggs in America? I just can't believe this is happening. I'm sorry. There's too much going on in the world for these two to be going back and forth. But we're us YouTubers, TikTokers, we're just sipping tea and we're loving it. Like, this is so funny. At their big age, this is what they're doing. I'm gonna roll the clip just so you have a bit of a backstory, and I'll be back with my commentary.
The world has just been left stunned at what we're witnessing between Trump and Elon right now. They are currently in such a bad back and forth that Elon just tweeted Trump is in the Epstein files and that he should drop out and be impeached. I mean, how did we get here? Because just yesterday, Trump was calling Elon a fantastic guy, and Elon was once wearing a hat saying Trump was right about everything. So what the hell went wrong? Well, from what we know, at least publicly, it all seems to have started when Elon started criticizing one of Trump's major policy bills, saying that it was a disgusting abomination and that it would significantly increase the national debt. Trump didn't respond too much at the start, but eventually he clapped back. He said he doesn't know what is going on with Elon. Maybe he's got the Trump derangement syndrome because no one knew more about this bill than Elon did, and now he's suddenly become hostile. Elon tweeted back saying that this was false, that this bill was never shown to him once, and that it passed in the dead of night so fast that almost no one in Congress could even read it. Trump then said Elon's just mad because this bill would cut the EV mandate, which makes Tesla billions and billions, and that the easiest way for the government to save money would be to terminate Elon's government subsidies and contracts. And then he ended it with this: I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. Yeah, it's getting serious at this point. Elon then goes a step further and said that Trump is ungrateful and that he would have lost the election if it wasn't for him. And then freaking teased the idea of creating his own political party, I'm assuming to rival Trump, one that actually represents the 80% in the middle. He then tweeted again saying, oh, and some food for thought, Trump has 3.5 years left as president, but I will be around for 40 plus years. Trump then took to Truth Social and said that he fired Elon. He asked him to leave because he was wearing thin, and then he just went crazy. Elon replied to that saying that it was an obvious lie. And then at this point, Elon Musk's ex-girlfriend jumps in the mix, asking Donald Trump if he needs any breakup advice. And then Kanye West tweets and he says, bros, please, no, we love you both so much. How is this even reality? What Avengers are even assembling? Then shit almost went too far. Because Elon said, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. He then replied yes to the question, should Trump be impeached and JD Vance take his place? There has never been a more accurate time for this meme. Tesla stock is in freefall, the internet is losing their minds, the Democrats are popping champagne, and I will keep you updated.
Listen, first and foremost, big up my Americans. This can only happen in your country. Like, what the actual AF? I'm sorry, I can't. This is too funny. And not Elon Musk's ex-girl jumping in and Kanye West is like, no, we love you both. Like, this is so but this is embarrassing. Like, are you guys not embarrassed? Like,
are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
you can't make this up. So with the whole Labour versus Conservative, Rishi Sunak versus Keir Starmer, I thought that was bad, but we ain't had nothing like this. You know, for us, Boris was really embarrassing when he was in power. But again, we can't touch you, America. You Americans, you are not even trying to be funny, but you are just naturally funny, and things that would be on a reality TV is your real life. Like, this is giving really good reality TV, and this is happening in the White House. Not him saying, I'm gonna be around for 40 years. Trump's only got 3.5 years left. I'm like, not Elon Musk counting down the days already. Like, what is going So Trump did give a little bit of a clap back. I'm gonna play that clip next and then I'll be back.
Elon Musk just betrayed me and stabbed me in the back. What a joke of a guy he is. I thought I could trust him, but he pulled a Zelensky on me and aired me out in front of the public. So he could take his shitty little electric cars and leave my office. If I see him in the White House again, I'm going to use that special button that's under my desk and get him kicked out. And now I'm going to do the same and expose one of his dark little secrets. Elon Musk uses Gorilla Glue to build all his electric cars. Buying a Tesla is like ordering clothes from Temu. Looks cool in the pics, but falls apart after one use.
Hey, Orangehead. So Elon just stated that you are in the Epstein files, and Kalshi Prediction Markets gives you a 45% chance of releasing the Epstein files this year. So now we know why you're not releasing those files, because you don't want to expose yourself. What do you have to say about Elon snitching you out like this? Thank you, Orange Man.
First of all, Elon is just making stuff up out his ass because he didn't like my mega bill. I'm about to crash his net worth by $100 billion, and his little shitty Tesla shares are about to tank. He has bigger problems to worry about, like taking care of all his baby mamas. And I'm not going to reveal whether I'll release those files this year or not. All I can say is stay tuned to find out.
Give me a minute. Trump said he's got bigger things to worry about. He needs to worry about all his baby mamas. Now, what's so ironic with that is that Trump's got, you know, a bunch of kids, a bunch of ex-wives, baby mamas, but obviously not as much as Elon. And Elon Musk has just had a baby recently. That was just a lot. He makes me laugh. Like, he's talking crap out of his, you know what I mean, out of his behind about the Epstein files and, you know, the whole Gorilla Glue about the Teslas. Like, it's just how casual he was just clapping back, and, you know, he's mad about the bill and red hair, red hair. This is so messy, and this is crazy. I cannot. Oh my gosh, but how did Team You get dragged into this? Now, I don't know if their stock's gonna go up or go down, because the shade, he was just like, if you buy a Tesla, you might as well go and buy it off Team You. Like, and we all know the running joke about Sheen and Team You, you know what I mean? Like, how did they get dragged into this? Can you imagine just minding your own business, trying to sell clothes and little gadgets, and then you just get dragged into Elon and Trump's back and forth? But shout out to no, actually, I don't like Team U. Shout out to Sheen. I mess with Sheen, but yeah, Team U, yeah, their stuff is, you know what I mean, a bit funky, but yeah, shout out to Gorilla Glue as well. They got a shout out, you know what I mean? But I definitely agree with what he said. Like, Elon Musk needs to sort out those Teslas, you know what I mean? Because again, his stock's gone down, you know what I mean? And now this whole back and forth, literally, when I say not just the internet, the people are divided. When they were one and, you know, make America great again, you know, stocks for Tesla and things like that were going up, you know what I mean, and that whole Bitcoin that Trump had going on. But now that they've parted ways, you know what I mean, people are like picking sides between them. But again, I saw this coming because their friendship wasn't genuine. You know what I mean? When Trump wasn't in power 4 years ago, Elon wasn't checking for him or messing with him. You know what I mean? And just the fact that Elon's put out saying, listen, you wouldn't even be president without me, which is probably true, you know, his support, his backing, etc. But yeah, and this has all happened just because Elon was mad with a bill that he was putting out because it was going to mess with his, you know, like stocks and his, you know, making his money basically. And it's just like, wow, like people, you know what I can't stand about people? First of all, trust no one. This is a great example. And it's just how quick people just throw you under the bus and just air out your business. You know what I mean? Obviously, Trump's only saying what he's saying because Elon started it with the whole, you know, Epstein files. Listen, I'll be clapping back and dropping some stuff about you know what I mean? If you know stuff and we know that they've talked about stuff, you know, they know each other's like basically dark secrets. Child, I feel like it's just gonna get messier and messier. And I love with the clip previously where they had Putin and the president of I think it's South Korea, and it's just like, yeah, that meme. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even know with the whole Ukraine versus Russia. I don't even know what's going with that. Apparently in the UK we're going to war. I don't know. Like I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's with who. Child. Just another world and another day in politics. But yeah, I'm gonna get into people's reactions and I will be back with my commentary.
It's the type of breakup we've been waiting for, because you know that man had no business being in your office. I don't know if y'all are sleeping under a rock, but these two have been going at it all day on Truth Social and Twitter. So the first tweet came out when the president was doing like a mini press conference in the Oval Office, and Elon had tweeted, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would have control of the House, and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate." And then he goes on to say, "Such ingratitude." Then someone by the name of A.J. Hamilton had posted something about Trump and Epstein and those flight logs and things like that, and Elon quote tweeted it with that emoji. Then he followed up and said, "Time to drop the really big bomb." Donald Trump tags him, might I add, and said, "Is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason why they have not made them public. Have a nice day." And then he puts Donald Trump's initials. But he didn't stop there. He said, "Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out." Now let's get over to Bookie Butt over on Truth Social. Now, Trump says, "I don't mind that Elon's against me." Well, he should have done so months ago. This is one of the greatest bills ever presented to Congress, and it's a record cut in expenses, $1.6 trillion. We already know that's a lie, but let me just continue reading. Now, he rambles a little bit more about this budget, but that's neither here nor there because everything he stated is a lie. That bill actually adds $2.5 trillion to the deficit over a 10-year period, so all of this is not real. But it doesn't stop there because this is probably what sent Elon Musk in a spiral. Trump says the easiest way to save money on our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to eliminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. That's what really got him going. He goes on to say that, "I was always surprised Biden didn't do it. But you weren't going to do it until y'all had a fallout." Of course, in the coming days, we're going to actually figure out why these two fell out. It was not about that spending budget, let's be honest. It probably has something to do with aides pushing Elon out of the Oval Office. That's really what it is. Them aides got in between their relationship, which is what aides are supposed to do. If aides feel as though an individual who was not duly elected, who was not sworn in, or who was not confirmed by Congress was just weaseling their way around the Oval Office, your aides are supposed to get those people out of the president's way. That's how it works. But somehow Elon thought that's not how it worked, and this is where we are now. But if they have anything else to say on social media, I'm going to keep you guys posted.
Yeah, guys, so you heard it from her. Like Elon tweeted, "Without me, you would have lost the election." And I agree with that. You know what I mean? Listen, there's Trump's side, there's Elon Musk's side, and there's the truth in the middle. And you know what I mean? I believe certain stuff from both of them. I do believe what he was saying about the bill and even how she broke it down. Like, no, it's gonna cost. You know what I mean? Put the Americans more into debt and cost more. Da 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 da. But yeah, like she said, this breakup, we've been waiting for this to happen. Like, you know, just casually sip it. And you know what's mad? When they first got together, my mum was just like, she can't stand Trump, first of all. But then she was just like, I can't wait for them to not be friends anymore. Because again, if anyone with any intelligence, you could see this just wasn't genuine. And eventually they were going to break up. Can they make up? Listen, money talks, innit? If for me, it feels like they're both just very spoiled, you know, rich, wealthy men, and they're not used to being told no. So obviously, Trump's done something, Elon Musk don't like it, so he's got in his feelings and he's just been spewing. And even the last time they were in the White House together, when Elon Musk had that black eye that his son did, it was just you could feel the tension because I go off energies and vibes, and the tension was there. And he's passing the key to Elon Musk, and Elon Musk was just like his energy compared to when he first got in the White House and he was just jumping and he was live to like BS, like it's obvious.
Y'all are out of y'all rabbit ass mind if you think that that orange man and Elon Musty are actually beefing. Elon Musty is trying to fix the decline in sales at Tesla that he caused while he was trying to play pretend as a politician. He over here leaking information about Donald Trump being at the Jeffrey Epstein parties. Sir, we already knew that. That's not news, okay? This man has been accused of essay and has lost a lawsuit for essaying someone, and these people still voted him into office. And now he talking about he don't agree with Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. He knew about that big, beautiful bill way before it even got presented. Who do you think helped Donald Trump come up with that big, beautiful bill? If y'all think Trump did that on his own, y'all are crazy. And he telling us that Trump wouldn't have won the election without him. Even Trump knows that. That's not a secret. The only way I'ma really believe that they beefing is if Donald Trump deports him. Send him back. Then we'll know it's real.
Shout out to him. I use a couple of his clips in my videos, and even with this channel, I didn't think I would speak this much on politics and on Trump so much. Like I think it's my second most viewed video on this channel. It's one that I did on Trump. So if you've not seen it, do check it out, and I'll try and link it at the end of this video. But I agree pretty much with everything he said. Like, Elon, tell us something we don't know. We've been knowing that Trump's about that life, that he gropes women, he's SA'd them, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's done stuff, like, he was in court before he was doing the whole run up and his whole campaign to become president. Like, come on, Elon, like, we're not that dumb or that slow. Like, tell us something we don't know. That's what we want to know. But yeah, I agree with everything he said. So he mentioned that he feels like Elon knew about the bill. I agree. I feel like he knew about it, but just because he doesn't agree with it, now he's like, "Oh, I never seen it," and it's just like, come on now. But yeah, everything he said, like, come on. It's just so funny, like, but like he said, we'll know it's really deep and serious because this is just the beginning. It's gonna give that snowball effect, and even Putin's like, "Yo, Elon, you can come over here and rub shoulders with us." So if that happens, which I feel like might happen, because I can see them both being really petty, like, yeah, this is gonna get a bit out of control. But I agree with him. If he deports or kicks Elon out of America, that's when we know it's serious and it's real. And if he does do that, if Trump does do that, that's when he's gonna go run into Putin for sure, for sure.
Elon Musk wants Trump impeached and replaced with JD Vance. Hey, this public breakup of Elon Musk and Donald Trump is just as messy as we knew it would be. We love it. Tell me more. Ooh, so Trump is in the Epstein files and that's why it's not being published? But now you tell us, huh, Muskie? Listen, I couldn't have wished on a more deserving couple than Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Keep dishing the tea, Muskie baby. Oh, so without you, Trump wouldn't have won the election? Wait, hold up a second. I thought the US elections were free and fair elections, democratically elected president. So what exactly did you do, Elon, to make Trump win? Ooh, Trump is about to go nuclear on Elon. And you know what? I think he's about to adopt an existing mantra. Can you guess what it is? You guessed right.
I love it. Not here with the popcorn, like, for a better breakup. We couldn't wish it more. Not sure what's going on with my mic. The light's gone off, so I hope you guys can hear me. But yeah, I agree. I love how everyone's calling him musky. Like, he stink. We all know that musky smell that stinks. But yeah, it's just this is how people are reacting. They're just like, you know what I mean? You know that meme that. But yeah, this so petty, and it's just like you guys are too powerful and too rich for this whole back and forth. But like what the previous guy said, tell us something we don't know. Like, if you know anything about the whole Epstein and people's names that were on there, come on, you're trying to tell me Trump's name was just on there and he didn't do nothing. Come on now. But yeah, it's just messy and we're just here for it. We're just sipping tea and eating our popcorn, like, and having a.
We have breaking news right now. Donald Trump's former senior advisor, Steve Bannon, says he will be advising Donald Trump to conduct investigations into Elon Musk and to deport Elon Musk from the country because Steve Bannon believes that Elon Musk is an illegal immigrant. Steve Bannon just got off the phone with the New York Times and he said, quote, "They should initiate a formal investigation of his immigration status because I am of the strong belief that he is an illegal alien and he should be deported from the country immediately." Bannon said he will be advising the president to cancel all of Elon Musk's contracts, launch several investigations into Elon Musk, and Musk is an illegal immigrant. Steve Bannon just got off the phone with the New York Times and he said, quote, "They should initiate a formal investigation of his immigration status because I am of the strong belief that he is an illegal alien and he should be deported from the country immediately." Bannon said he will be advising the president to cancel all of Elon Musk's contracts, launch several investigations into Elon Musk, and begin deportation proceedings of Elon Musk. I can't make this up. I'm not messing with you. This is real, and this is happening right now in real time. So spread the word. I'm sure there'll be more coming soon. Yeah, follow along for all the news you need to know about him. Please consider supporting my work. Go subscribe to my Substack today. Click the link in my bio. Please consider doing that because it's only getting worse.
Guys, I'm trying not to cry because my lashes, but this ain't real. What do you mean they're trying to deport him? They think he's an illegal immigrant. But when he was giving those donations for the campaign, he wasn't a legal immigrant then. And this is what I can't stand with Americans. Seeing as an illegal immigrant can't, you know what I mean, can't benefit you or help you anymore. It's like, yeah, get the fuck out of America. It's time for you to get deported. ISIS, all that good stuff. And you know what the maddest thing about that statement? I don't know, like he said, you can't make this up. It sounds fake, but it probably is true. He just like Trump just let in like loads of South Africans, you know what I mean, into America. So like, are they still good or are they gonna get the pot? Like, what's really good? Because I can see Trump being really petty and going back on a lot of stuff that him and Elon Musty did. So yikes! But this is what I'm saying. I love shout out to Americans. You're funny, but I cannot with this.
They went from being two dumb bitches telling each other exactly to an all-out public feud. It's official. The girls are fighting. So Elon Musk and Donald Trump are in the middle of a very loud, very messy feud. And honestly, it's probably just a stunt to make Elon seem likable again. But guess what? It ain't gonna work. Tesla stock dropped 16% on Thursday after Trump threatened to yank federal contracts from Elon's companies. It was his way of hitting back after Elon publicly trashed Trump's new spending bill, calling it a disgusting abomination and threatening to primary any lawmaker who voted for it. Trump ranted on Truth Social that Elon went crazy after losing his beloved EV tax breaks and that he was already planning to kick him to the curb, saying, "I don't know if we will have a good relationship anymore." From the Oval Office is what Trump said, and Elon's response, "Okay, whatever." But then Elon took it to a whole new level. In a post on Twitter, Elon claimed that he was the reason that Trump stole, won the last election. Minutes later, he decided to drop a really big bomb, tweeting that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files, and that is the real reason they have not been made public. And then he had the nerve to end it with, "Have a nice day." He followed it up with, "Mark this post for the future, the truth will come out." Listen, I love seeing two people I hate hating each other, but let's be clear, this is not some noble crusade for transparency or sudden change of heart on Elon's part. He knew who Trump was before he helped him win the election. And sure, a broken clock is right twice a day, but the damn clock is still broken. So before cheering on Elon, just sit back and watch the circus go crazy.
Not them being the two dumb bitches. Jeez, I swear, when people are having a field day. But yeah, I agree with everything she said. Like, come on, Elon, you know who Trump was before he stole, I mean, as she said, won the election. Listen, we all could see it, you know what I mean? Like she said about, I love how she touched on like the broken clock, facts. It will, you know what I mean? It'll still tick and talk, but guess what? It's still broken. So again, you knew what kind of man Trump was. You still helped him. You thought you were in it. You thought you were American, one of them. And now this has all come out, and Trump's looking at you like, no, you thought you were one of us, but you're not. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter how much money, and you know what I mean. We don't care. You're the like he's literally, the fact that he's got the title of being the richest man on God's green earth is crazy. But again, Trump is still more powerful than, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what Elon Musk wanted, and that's why he was rubbing shoulders and donating, because he's not got the power. He's got the funds. He's just not got the power. But Trump has the power, but didn't have the funds. Like, but yeah, I agree with everything she said, and she nicely broke it down. And yeah, it's crazy.
Elon and Donald are at this exact moment engaged in something I could only call a 90s era internet flame war. Except in this real-time, horrific, simultaneous crash out, we have two boomers who both apparently forgot that the internet is not anonymous anymore, leaving us all to watch in morbid enjoyment as the richest man in the world and the most powerful man in the world go at each other like we're watching a woman with no pants be dragged out of a Walmart by a coked-out security guard who is also not wearing pants. The absolute best part is that they're doing it on their own social media platforms that they bought, specifically because in true narcissist form, they both felt the need to own the outlets on which they would amplify their own voices, leaving them looking like middle school kids telling their friends to talk shit about each other to each other. Now, I know I told you guys this was going to happen, but now that it's happening, it still feels like the first time. And to make sure we forever remember this moment where Musk says that the Senate and the White House would not have gone to Trump if not for him, where Trump threatens to defund every single contract going to every single Elon Musk business, and where Musk says that the Jeffrey files are not coming to light because Trump is in them, I'm going to ignore the very real consequences that might play out if these two narcissists keep going at each other, and instead just teach you a new word that I guarantee you will remember for the rest of your life. Patrimonialism is a form of government where a ruler exercises power based on personal relationships, loyalties, and the distribution of resources through a system of patron-client relationships. It is characterized by a lack of merit-based advancement, a focus on personal ties, and the use of favors to maintain power. Now, I don't need to explain to you why patrimonialism is bad because we are watching it play out in real time, as two billionaire boomers who have never heard the word no in their shared lives take turns screaming no at each other on the internet until somebody's mom steps in and says screen time is up.
Shout out to him. He made some amazing points. He came through with the metaphors, but I agree. Not the 90s. You know what I mean? The whole social media. Well, first of all, you know, the baby boomers, and we already know baby boomers on social media, like, it's not their speciality, but yeah. And I love how we touched on how they both paid for platforms that they could, you know, free speech, you know, and that's what they're going back and forth on, because if you don't know, before Elon Musk bought Twitter, which is now named X, Trump used to be on there like all day, every day, but then he got banned and kicked off it when Biden was president. And obviously now Elon owns it. He brought Trump back, and Trump was, you know, turning up, especially when he won the elections and stuff. And now look, and I know Elon's gonna block him on it again just to be like these. When I say these billionaires are so petty, but it's like he said, this is like a woman with no pants on trying to rob Walmart, and then the crackhead. His metaphors were so on point. The crackhead security guards trying to drag her out with no pants on. Like, you know, when you just see people fighting, you see two maybe homeless people or crackheads, and you're just like, no one's gonna win this fight. So this is like he said, they've never been told no. They're both very wealthy, but like I said, Elon's got the money, Trump hasn't, and Trump's got the power. Elon hasn't got the power, so it's just like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I agree with everything he said. Big shout out to him. Like, yeah.
The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. The revolution is happening. Elon and Trump are currently going head to head, toe to toe. Back. They are tweeting and subtweeting each other. Do you know how crazy that is? Elon said, "Hey, President Trump, are you on the Epstein list?" Epstein? Ah!
Steve Bannon is urging Donald Trump to deport Elon Musk. Steve Bannon, which is a longtime trusted advisor of Trump in the White House, is calling on Donald Trump to investigate Elon Musk's immigration status amongst the ongoing public feud between Trump and Elon Musk today. Bannon was quoted saying, "He's illegal. He's got to go." Then he said, if we're going to ship these other people home, let's start with shipping the South Africans, starting with Elon Musk, because he's going to be an easy person for the Democrats to maneuver. 71-year-old is a former strategist and former executive chairman of Breitbart News, is advising President Trump to look into the richest man in the world status in the United States amid his ongoing feud. Bannon told the New York Times he's advising President Trump to cancel all of Elon's contracts and launch several investigations and move him from the country immediately, he said in a phone interview. He said the Trump administration should also investigate Musk's drug use, as reported by the Times, and his effort to get a classified briefing on China from the Pentagon, which was also reported by the Times. He said Elon's security clearance should be suspended during these investigations.
No, because it's getting out of hand now.
What we do know is that Elon Musk has been in America for the majority of his adult life. I'm not sure what his immigration status actually is, because we know that rich people usually skirt the lines of the system and the law. But this is unfolding, and like I said, I'll keep you guys updated about what happens next.
Wow, can you imagine if Muskie is really an illegal immigrant? But like he said, wealthy people do it all the time. So, but even he named it like he's the most wealthiest person in the world. Like, he's got world status. Like, this is mad. But yeah, gonna see how this plays out. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of these two billionaires just going back and forth and just being extra petty? Like, it's the sassiness for me. But yeah, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one.